Have you ever stopped to think that every night, while your body rests, your soul embarks on journeys the human mind can't even imagine? Get ready, because in the next few minutes I'll reveal impressive secrets that Allan Kardec codified in the Spirit's book. Information capable of forever transforming your understanding of sleep, dreams, and life beyond the physical body. But before we dive in, I want you to reflect. Have you ever woken up feeling like you've lived experiences so intense that they seemed more real than your daily routine? If so, share in the comments where you're watching from and what you felt. What I'm about to reveal will change your perception of reality in ways you never imagined. Let's begin with 3 revelations that will radically change your understanding of what happens when you sleep. First, we'll explore the spiritual mechanism of detachment during sleep, according to Allan Kardec. Then, we'll journey through Chico Xavier's extraordinary accounts of astral experiences. And finally, we'll discover what Edgar Cayce called the sleep of the little death, a nocturnal preparation that brings us closer to the great transition of the soul, naturally and progressively. Imagine for a moment that every night, without you realizing it, your essence frees itself from the bonds of the body and experiences a freedom impossible during the day. Allan Kardec, in question 402 of the Spirit's book, explains that during sleep, the spirit partially recovers its natural freedom. But be careful, because what you are about to hear goes far beyond conventional knowledge about spiritism. The human soul is connected to the body through the perispirit, a semi-material envelope that functions as a bridge between the immortal essence and physical matter. During sleep, this connection loosens, allowing the spirit to explore dimensions that remain completely sealed off to physical consciousness. Think of it like a balloon tied to a string. During the day, the string keeps the balloon close to the ground, limiting its movement. At night, however, the string stretches and the balloon rises, observing landscapes inaccessible to the physical eye. This is exactly how our spirit moves during sleep, accessing parallel realities and experiences that shape our spiritual growth. Chico Xavier, in his book No Solar, psychographed by the spirit André Louise, reveals that disembodied spirits can visit loved ones while we sleep. The most impressive thing is that this communication is bi-directional. Our spirits can also visit higher planes, receive teachings, meet spiritual guides, and participate in work to assist other spirits in need. And here's a detail that will catch your attention. There are records of people who, while asleep, performed true spiritual missions, helping other beings, but upon awakening, remembered nothing. This shows that our nights hold mysteries and actions far beyond what we perceive. But why then does our spirit return to the body at dawn? The answer lies in the magnetic laws that connect spirit and matter. Between 3 and 6:1 a.m., the Earth undergoes electromagnetic changes that facilitate this return. Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, explained that during these hours, the veil between dimensions becomes denser, forcing the spirit to condense its vibration and resynchronize with the physical body. This is why many people wake naturally between 4 and 5:30 a.m., without an alarm clock, and why these moments are considered sacred in various spiritual traditions. Understanding this changes everything about death. If every night we experience a partial separation between spirit and body, death is nothing more than the definitive version of this natural process. Allan Kardec revealed that death is simply the final detachment of the spirit, similar to what happens every night, but without the magnetic cord that allows its return. Death ceases to be a frightening mystery and becomes a known, familiar transition, like a definitive awakening after a long journey. Now, prepare to learn about the case of Maria dos Santos, recorded by Chico Xavier. For over 20 years, every night, her spirit would leave her body and work as a volunteer nurse at a spiritual hospital called Casa de Socorro. Maria helped recently disembodied spirits who arrived confused and frightened, guiding them and offering comfort. In life, she was a seamstress and had never studied medicine, But in the spiritual realm, her soul accessed knowledge acquired in past lives when she had already been a doctor. During her dreams, Maria felt profoundly exhausted, as if she had worked all night. André Louis revealed through Chico Xavier that these experiences were real and not mere fantasies of the mind. And here comes something crucial that will change your perception of dreams forever. Not all spirits have the same nocturnal freedom. More evolved spirits, with greater moral purity, travel easily to spheres of light and wisdom. Spirits attached to physical pleasures or vices remain more attached to the body, experiencing confusing and limited experiences. This explains why some people wake up inspired, renewed, with solutions to problems, while others awaken tired, agitated, or lacking mental clarity. Divaldo Franco explains that it is possible to prepare the spirit for more elevated nocturnal experiences through sincere prayer before bed, uplifting reading, and the daily practice of charity and forgiveness. The more we purify our feelings during the day, the higher the spheres we can visit at night. Edgar Cayce adds, during sleep, the soul reviews the day's experiences, processes lessons, and plans opportunities for growth. Therefore, we often wake with clear insights into decisions, interpersonal conflicts, or creative inspirations that seem to arise out of nowhere. All the result of the work our spirit does while we sleep, guided by spiritual guides and accessing wisdom accumulated over multiple lifetimes. If you frequently wake up between 3 and 5 a.m., with vivid dreams or fatigue, it's likely that your spirit is performing spiritual assistance work. Allan Kardec teaches that unconscious mediums also perform these nocturnal functions. To bring these experiences to consciousness, Chico Xavier recommended a simple technique. Before going to sleep, say a prayer asking your spiritual guides to allow you to recall the night's events. Keep a notebook and pencil by your bed. Upon waking, remain still, eyes closed, and immediately record any image, sensation, or insight. Over time, you will be able to access increasingly clear memories, expanding your awareness and accelerating your spiritual evolution. The gradual awakening at dawn is sacred, marking the transition between the spiritual reality of the night and the material world of the day. Allan Kardec showed that we are not just physical bodies, we are immortal spirits, temporarily inhabiting material bodies. Each dawn is an opportunity to integrate the wisdom acquired during sleep with practical life. Each awakening is a small resurrection, remembering our eternal essence. And there's yet another level of depth. During nocturnal detachment, the spirit can access future trends, according to Cayce, through reading the Akashic records. This is why we often have premonitory dreams that come true, guiding us, warning of dangers, and revealing spiritual opportunities. To record these experiences, practice conscious awakening. When you open your eyes, breathe deeply, remain still, and capture images, sensations, and insights. Write them all down immediately. This practice not only expands spiritual awareness, but also integrates lessons experienced on other planes. Sleep is, therefore, a daily spiritual university. Allan Kardec reveals that higher spirits transmit instructions adapted to each soul, according to its evolutionary level. Therefore, we often wake up with solutions, mental clarity, and serenity that we lacked when we went to bed. Edgar Cayce goes further. During sleep, the spirit also accesses memories from past lives, explaining abilities, talents, and inclinations unexplained in the present life. The nocturnal cycle of detachment is, in essence, training for the great transition we call death. Each night, we experience a miniaturized version of this process, accustoming our spirit to existence independent of the physical body. Those who develop nocturnal awareness face death with serenity, intuitively knowing that spiritual life is full and rich. Finally, Allan Kardec, Chico Xavier, Divaldo Franco, and Edgar Cayce bequeathed us concrete practices to maximize the spiritual benefits of sleep. conscious preparation before bed, sincere prayer, and gradual awakening with a record of perceptions. Each dawn is a gift of learning, each night is a journey of growth, and each authentic dream is a lesson that guides us toward light, wisdom, and continuous spiritual evolution. Every night, your spirit accesses a universe of knowledge. Each awakening is a chance to apply this wisdom to your life, accelerating your moral and spiritual ascension.